All right, everybody, let's see what's going on with Twin Flame this week. I'm going to dip into the collective energy, whatever story wants to come through. The For Whoever reading that was posted on Sunday afternoon had a healthy dose of soulmate energy into it as well. So I'm going to put a link here for that reading if you want to check it out. For this, Twin Flames, I am going to also just want to let you know that on Wednesday during our heart healing group, maybe a little bit in Pathfinders, but definitely in heart healing, we are going to talk about the difference between twin flames, soulmates, and karmics and how you can tell. Okay. Lots of new downloads about this information have been coming through to me in the last month or so. So I want to pull it all together for a lesson. And in heart healing, we've been talking a lot about healing patterns, healing toxic patterns. And twin flames are absolutely instrumental in us doing that. They are helping us with our growth pattern. You are not here on this planet to just kind of have nothing happen to you or have no kind of lessons to learn. You're not really here for that at all. You came in here, you incarnated here to grow and to remember who you are. Okay, and twin flames have a mission and a purpose, and I feel like I'll be doing a little more future kind of astrology readings, talking about the next year, 2 or 3, big picture readings about the energies that we are going to be experiencing, and one of them is about the Uranus return, coming back into Gemini next year and into 2025. Really 2025, and that is another moment in time, a birthday kind of thing for the United States. So we'll talk more about that, but it also has implications for soulmates and twin flames. I feel like twin flames are going to be coming together in droves to help with that energetic balancing. And I want to say to you that, like, on the planet, we don't need a balance between the dark and the light. We need light. We need more light. This came out in the other reading too. Message. Meditate. One way to raise the vibration on the planet. And good fortune. I like that a lot. So some of you may have really hesitated at stepping into your mission and purpose because you couldn't see in a 3D way how this was actually going to work. And I feel like some of you are going to get either help from your twin or something like that. You're really going to see how things are going to move forward, how things can, turn this off. Yeah, don't need that. How things can go in an expanded kind of direction. I think some of you meditating to connect with your twin flame is correct. Some of you have been feeling the need to do that. Maybe having more dreams or having more spiritual telepathy with them. That might be something that's happening right now. I'm going to dive into the collective. I will get cards for feminine and masculine, but I kind of want to take it in a new direction and not focus, because I say it every time. I'm like, we're not talking about gender here. And I think people do get that mixed up. And I think that since you are one soul in 2 bodies, you guys are just you, right? You are you. You're not needing that other person to make you whole. You are a whole soul. It's just that 2 bodies share this same soul mission and purpose. And it feels to me a little bit like we've got to kind of shake that up in our own mindset, that like the feminine is always the one leading. And I've been saying this for a few years myself, and I'm just getting the awareness of like, wait a second, let's talk about the mission and purpose of this connection. Okay. And the 2 people are doing the same thing. And if we're so focused on divine feminine, divine masculine, then we're really focused on the 3D. We're focused on what it looks like in this reality where so much of this connection is a spiritual connection. And I do feel like there is some kind of physical manifestation of that, but only when it's flipped, only when we're not so focused on the 3D. We're much more focused on the spiritual mission and purpose and path, and then the physical manifestation happens. So what's underneath here is the 5 of Cups, the World, High Priestess, Queen of Pentacles. Oh, yes, 3D stuff. Five of Pentacles, the Moon, and the Page of Wands. Oh, wow, here's the Hermit. Oh, my goodness. And there's the message, Page of Wands, King of, oh, my goodness. Okay, I can't stop myself. All right, so I do feel like there is a chapter that's closing, a chapter that has been all about focusing on the 3D expression or experience of the twins. Some of you could have partners that there's a lot to talk about in terms of money or in terms of like how do we uh, that might be collapsing or that might be something that doesn't work anymore. The one of that one, this is sort of like a connection with a karmic that revolves around self-worth, that money or that expression in the universe has been an external manifestation of what I think I'm doing, who I think I am, my job title, how much money I make, my house, the car I drive. All of those things are kind of collapsing, and like it's not a thing. All right, it's not going to be a thing anymore once we step into this spiritual nature more fully. I feel like the twins are maybe kind of forgetting. Some of the twin relationships may have forgotten this, and so they're having relationship with a karmic. Could have been a long-term relationship with a karmic. A karmic, soulmates are much more, we'll talk about this in heart healing, but soulmates are much smoother kinds of relationships, and they really do tend to protect us from too much tumult. Karmic relationships are tumultuous, and they are radically up and down lessons and all of this kind of stuff. They're really shaking us free from our moorings. I mean, I had a dream about um, a ship on the roughest waters, and like, oh my god, you've got to bring this thing into port, you've got to get off of this. So somebody is definitely having a rough time of it with a karmic, and that needs to be closed out, right? That needs to be closed out. The Moon energy, the Page of Wands, and the Hermit, I feel like the other twin is kind of the beacon of light. Okay, the beacon of light, the beacon of hope. um and like there's a connection that goes on between them, of course it does, the telepathic connection between them, and really coming through meditation. If you haven't been meditating, we do have Saturn going direct in Pisces in November, or already has gone direct. So we are definitely at a time when we are looking to anchor our spiritual practice, right? Pisces, spiritual practice in a routine, Saturn, a structure, a tangible kind of thing. Page of Wands and the King of Wands, or Page of Swords and the King of Wands. Well, Page of Wands is here too. I feel like that, and the Empress here. This is definitely about dynamic, energetic movement forward toward good fortune, like out of this, because a relationship or a situation, or even if you're single, have been so focused on creating money or creating wealth or something like that without a spiritual connection to the work you're doing or something like that. Now the spiritual connection to the mission and purpose is coming through for many more twin flames, and that will bring some stability. But it's gonna uproot some traditional karmic partners. There is going to be a lot of that happening, and a lot more twins are coming together, I feel like, in the next 2 years. Okay, so let's look at the connection. I will look at the energy of the runner and the energy of the chaser, as opposed to divine feminine, divine masculine. I feel like we get too stuck in those, and it does feel like gender to me sometimes when we talk about it. And so I want to get us out of that. Look at what the person does. Look at how the person behaves in the 3D. And in fact, that is also an energetic expression, the runner and chaser. It's not a gender-based expression. Okay. So what's going on with this connection? The Eight of Pentacles, the Seven of Cups. Some of you are unclear about your mission and purpose. One of you knows. Okay, the chaser could know. The chaser's like, "Hey, what are you doing? You're running away." And the runner's like, "I don't believe in this. I don't know what you're talking about. This whole twin flame thing." Right? There's this sort of chasing quality, and it does bounce back and forth. I feel like once the chaser stops chasing, stops, stands still, and instead attracts, allows. Okay, Taurus and Libra here, attracts and allows, because they do know what the mission and purpose is for them particularly, but they could be getting this mission and purpose revealed in meditation. The message is coming through meditation. Okay, what's our mission? What's our purpose? This is how you're going to find out. All right, we talk about that with astrology too. There's many astrological things to look at. Um, So we can talk about that more. If that's something you want me to go more into, I will. A couple of years ago, I asked for some twin flame birth charts to do some synastry work. And I will be, I had given you a lot of the findings in videos. We'll put a playlist right here, a twin flame astrology kind of playlist. And there's more to talk about. So I'll, over the next, between now and the end of the year, I'll talk more about this. So Eight of Pentacles, Seven of Cups, Nine of Pentacles. One of you is, I think the situation is fairly confused as to what the next steps are. One of you does know the mission and path. The other one is kind of still in a 3D expression. Okay, so the universe is trying to say, hey, union has to happen. You guys need to get together because you have a mission and purpose together. The foundation of it, King of Swords, seeing things clearly as opposed to being confused. We'll go deeper into that. Three of Wands, Two of Swords, Six of Wands, Nine of Cups, Three of Swords. Outcome is the Judgment card, and that is about a crossroads. So crossroads, wow, okay. Yeah. Some of you are leaving behind marriages. Some of you are leaving behind 3D expressions that no longer serve the mission that you're on. I feel like some of you have had some breakthroughs of clarity. Some of you have had some people who have pushed you away from this a stagnation, or away from a completely 3D way of experiencing the world. Some of you have had partners who have, recently purged careers, partners, whatever. That has been going on very recently. What did I do? Oh, here it is. May. Okay, so over this past year into January, okay, May into January, when you heal your heart, for sure. Okay, that's that Five of Cups. So this May, this is a cycle. Okay, so this past May, what happened? I talk a lot about, or have recently talked about Pluto being in Capricorn, and Pluto is moving into Aquarius at the end of January. It's going to wobble around a little next year, then fully be in Aquarius for the duration for the next 15 years in November of next year. So a year from now, this is fully going to be a very transformational year, November to November. Scorpio to Scorpio, of course it is, right? That's the death card. So last May, let's see, March, April, May, June, there was Pluto dabbled with Aquarius and just kind of like kissed Aquarius a little bit, 0 degrees Aquarius. And whenever a planet of that magnitude, especially for the collective changes signs, it's impactful. So whatever happened in your twin flame connection in that time period, especially May. So if you do a journal, I'm going to recommend that you look back and see what happened in May, and it's going to come to some kind of fruition in January. So whatever was started, whatever seed was planted in May, is going to come full circle in January. In the meantime, there is some kind of heart healing. So the rest of this year and into January, there will be this clearing and cleansing of confusion. There will be a sense of a lack of stubbornness. We're moving away from this, the Two of Swords, maybe by meditating, by stepping into spiritual practice, and then being open to what comes. Some of you are going to have some heart chakra awakenings. Some of you are going to have some Kundalini awakenings or the start of them. This is about becoming purged of a lot of heavy 3D stuff that's been going on. And King of Swords could be a part of this. I will pull cards for each zodiac sign in the extended. So the King of Swords could play a role in this. All right, King of Swords could be somebody who shows you clarity, just like this Hermit. So I'm seeing Taurus, Libra, fire signs. I see Pisces and Cancer a lot here. I see Virgo, Aquarian energy a lot, Sag, Taurus, more Taurus. Those in particular, those signs in particular, but I'll pull cards for each zodiac sign to give you some advice about moving forward. This is very much a wish granted, a victory card. So the Six of Wands and the Nine of Cups, like you're getting what you want. You don't have to do anything. Just allow this. So if you have been the chaser, stop with that. Stand still, allow. Don't chase after them. Okay. I know we've talked it way in the past a lot about runner chaser. So let's get some clarity about the runner right now. The runner right now, World. Okay. World, Eight of Cups, Queen of Pentacles, Five of Cups, Sun. The runner is on the way to the twin. I feel like they have moved away from this Queen of Pentacles with this Five of Pentacles, and it's showing up as the Five of Cups. So this is not just been a financial, I'm taking away my my support for this person, or I'm taking away my financial connection to this person. I'm no longer in that place of being a beast of burden. Some of you are definitely standing up for yourselves. Some of you are sick of being the one who is always having to be on deck, taking care of everything, taking care of everybody. Some of you are definitely resisting that or moving away from that and moving toward this joyful energy of the sun. So the runner energy is, if they had been very much running toward this very 3D kind of life, now what's happening is the recollection that that's a facade, that that's not a real thing. The lesson that they're learning is that they have self-worth without, maybe they have a rich spouse or something like that, that they have a lot of self-worth that they need to claim. They need to choose themselves. All right. This runner needs to choose themselves and stop trying to paper over the cracks with money. All right. The chaser, Queen of Wands, Four of Cups, Nine of Swords, King of Pentacles. Look at that. Ten of Swords. Wow. Okay. High Priestess. So there's also a reflection of this King and Queen of Pentacles. There's this something about the chaser who's wanting a 3D marriage, who's wanting something like that. I feel like that's the thing that has become stagnant. There's going to be a new kind of covenant, or a new kind of, I shouldn't say that, a new kind of connection that is going to be like the spiritual marriage or something like that between the two. And, you know, I think we're coming to an end of the worry that the twin is not showing up. The Nine of Swords and the Ten of Swords, we're coming to the end of that worry. I think this twin does show up, and I think there's something here about understanding the role of money or the role of good fortune. Okay, in the relationship, we'll go deeper into that in the extended. Anything else about the connection? King of Wands. So King and Queen of Wands, King and Queen of Pentacles, Nine of Wands, Page of Wands, and the Knight of Cups. I feel like this spiritual partner has gotten tired of holding back passion or holding back the feelings that they have for their twin. Okay, and so focused on a 3D life. I think they're getting tired of holding that back. Yeah, getting tired of holding that back. All right, so in the extended, I'll pull cards for each zodiac sign. I'll get a sense of messages to you from Spirit and where this is going to go. All right, link is below if you want to continue on with this twin flame reading. I'll see you over there. All right, I hope you enjoyed that video. If it was helpful to you, please consider liking this video and sharing it with anybody who might have a need for similar kind of information. And if you like this video, check out these videos.